Welcome.
Oh, okay.
Welcome
Back
to
the
Joe
Bob
Briggs
Companion
Podcast. We are back. We have not potted since June, bitch.
It's been a while.
Bring the heat. You are looking big.
Hair.
Okay.
Can't see your eyeballs.
Because we banked a little, which they'll know, but you look a little different.
I'm pregnant.
You pregnant, girl. What you doing like that?
I'm super pregnant with twin babies.
How you feeling?
I'm tired.
You turd.
I'm tired.
Because I'll be honest with you, probably 6-7 weeks has passed since these rabid fans have seen you.
I know, it's crazy.
Gotten their little fucking eye discs
I know.
on this fucking belly.
Do you remember you made me flash the belly last time?
Flash it this time.
I'm not.
Just give it, you don't have to stand up.
They can see it.
Just
it's here.
show, no, all the way up
I'm not doing
to the
that.
breastices.
No, thank
to
you.
the line.
I don't want to.
Okay, we're moving on. I'll tell
I'm
you one
pregnant.
thing. MK is killing pregnancy. She's beautiful. She's golden. She's amazing.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, period. Hello, pregnancy. You're going to be pregnant the rest of your life. I keep making that joke, and I'll say it here.
I know it is crazy as a gal diagnosed with PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder, for our audience who doesn't know the terms. Pregnancy is pretty dope because I'm not having my monthly crash out.
My therapist was like, she's going to be at her worst at pregnancy. Like, she's going to go fucking crazy. You've been fucking delightful.
I've been delightful.
You've been
and
at your peak form.
My gynecologist, who was my actual person seeing me, I've never met your therapist.
Who was a student. Just
She wasn't a student. She was a nurse.
okay.
She wasn't a student. She was a nurse.
She wasn't a doctor. Mine was a doctor.
Who's never met me.
But I'm just saying, nurse who's
Who
met
made
you,
an
doctor who's never.
inaccurate prediction. Anyways,
He did make an inaccurate prediction. I'll give him
my
that. I won't give him that.
gynecologist
Right.
said, she was like, I bet it's going to be really good for you because you won't have the monthly hormonal dip. And she was right.
She was right. That nurse
Yeah.
came in clutch. I'll tell you something I've learned recently through being a part of the American healthcare system.
Tell me.
Nurses know some stuff.
They definitely do.
They've seen a thing or two.
Shout out to nurses.
Shout out.
If any of our audience is a nurse, comment.
If you're a first responder, we'll give you a lifetime free supply of our upcoming Patreon
Right.
to all first responders.
I love that. So comment, I'm a first responder.
And we'll DM you.
And we'll add you to the
discount
list. We don't have the Patreon set up yet, but when we do,
No.
you'll have that code.
100%.
Yeah.
And so we'll make an itemized list of all first responders between now and then.
Why does that have to be itemized?
It doesn't.
Just
Alphabetical?
You meant the spreadsheet. Yeah, alphabetical's fine.
Okay.
That's funny. I'm just gonna make a list. This orange juice is for you, by the way.
I'm so excited to drink it, but I don't think that time is now.
Where's the water?
It's over here.
Can you put it in the central location for us to share? That's nice.
Do you want some? Take a sip.
I'll take a sip.
Okay, guys, this week we saw I Spit on Your Grave. We are catching up with the July...
Yeah, it's the 1978.
1978, I Spit on Your Grave. We're catching up with the July Summer Extravaganza, Joe, Bob, and Darcy. One of the new episodes that's come out. So we'll take up the rest of season 7 starting in September.
Right, because this month is the
Summer Extravaganza.
Yeah.
Which next week will be Tokyo Gore
I
Police.
don't think it was called Summer Extravaganza.
It's called...
I think it was called like
Summer,
Joe Bob's Savage Summer.
Some Savage Summer. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and it's pretty savage.
It is.
Yeah.
I Spit on Your Grave was crazy. Let's not get into it yet. We have some stuff to talk about. We went on a trip.
We went on a big trip.
We went on a big trip.
Big trip.
Okay, and I don't want to get into bore people with the details, but one thing I will say on just the topic of spookiness.
Tell me.
2 things. One, we went to the pyramids.
Yes, of Giza and of
Dozier. I'm impressed you remember that. We saw the pyramids of Giza and the step pyramid of Dozier,
Yeah.
which was located at Saqqara,
Yeah.
which I highly recommend anybody going to see the pyramids of Egypt, go to Saqqara. It's a much less visited pyramid site, but it has way better like tomb rooms.
Yes.
Like rooms with like the paint is still on the wall.
Tell them how many pyramids you went inside.
I went inside of 3 pyramids.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I went inside of 1. I couldn't fit in the other 2. A little too pregnant.
You were a little too pregnant at the time. You could have gone into the first one, the day 1 pyramid, maybe, like especially down that first steep hill.
Sure.
But and then for the rest, because it was actually it was actually there was like one more staircase.
You
but it
weren't
was
crouching?
No, the first one down, you're crouching.
Yeah.
But you could have slid down it on your butt, and then on the way up, you could have just gone up one step at a time on your butt.
Yeah.
Like you could have done it.
Yeah.
To say that you did it. It would have taken a lot of time.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't think you. Well, you also went into a pyramid. We
I
walked
went into the
the
coolest
step pyramid of Dozier.
Yeah, that one was
which
really
has
cool.
a 1,000-foot shaft.
We actually went into 2 pyramids at that location.
You went into a funerary tomb, which was the next to the step pyramid, which was, I would say honestly, that tomb area with all of the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
The Book of the Dead is written on the wall.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So cool.
It's the coolest thing you've ever seen.
Really, really cool.
I mean, it's crazy. And then they do this thing, check our gram or just Google this, but there's a low relief of a pharaoh, but it is so low, you can only see it by shining a flashlight to it at an angle.
We'll put a little video right here of that happening. Yeah.
You'll see. So video here, it was so cool. Egypt is cool. Egypt is spooky. Cairo is ancient. You feel it there.
I want to out myself for something dumb that I thought while we were in Egypt.
Oh, please. I love
That's
when
actually
you do
really
things.
funny.
Do I know about this?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
you made sure that we were late in bed one night. I'm super pregnant. I'm exhausted. We've been in the heat all day. We've been in the pyramids. John and I are debating, what are we doing the next day? And he's like, I got to go back to the pyramids.
I remember this.
And I was like, well, let me tell you something interesting that I learned from our tour guide today. And then John laughed at it and was like, I'm going to fact check that with the tour guide tomorrow.
We'll tell them what it was.
Yeah. So what happened was we were at the Grand Egyptian Museum, which is the new museum in Egypt, in Cairo. And it's absolutely beautiful. And they have like all of King Tut's tomb, and they have like the different, it's like the sarcophagus and then the outer shell of it, and then the outer shell, and then
that's in a room,
which is then in a bigger room within a room, and it's like all
inside
crazy.
of the main tomb.
Super cool. And the main tomb is actually pretty big, but you're like, oh, it's because all these rooms, Russian nested, fit in there. Anyways, the Book of the Dead covers the whole thing.
Russian doll.
Russian nesting doll?
Yeah, we should go Russian nest.
Russian nested in there. I don't know. It felt right. And so I was talking to the tour guide. John was somewhere else. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, wow, okay, so the Book of the Dead, break this down for me. Because my brain, I hear Book of the Dead, I think Sam Raimi, right? So I'm like, explain this more. I obviously
You don't
learned
think
this.
The Mummy with Brendan Fraser?
I don't. I think Sam Raimi.
But that's not the Book of the Dead. It's like the Necronomicon.
They call it the Book of the Dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
what's the point of this?
I'm trying to tell my story.
I just forgot what the point is that there was a stupid thing that you thought about.
Yeah.
Got you.
Way to kill my flow.
Well, no,
bro.
I just a lot.
killing
You're
the
telling the
flow.
whole story of the day in Egypt, so I actually got
my
caught up
gosh.
with the Grand Egyptian part of it.
So I'm just setting the scene for the listener.
Okay, you're setting the scene.
I'm just telling the story.
It was also hot outside, sweltering. You think Tennessee's hot? Go to Cairo in July.
Yeah, I said that part. About how hot it was.
Okay.
I just let you talk and talk and talk. Let me talk and talk and talk, please.
Got it. 100%.
Thank you. So I'm like, break this down for me, the Book of the Dead. What's the purpose of the Book of the Dead? And he's like, okay, so really the Book of the Dead, it tells you how to be in the afterlife. And I was like, and I look at the tour guide and I go, okay, so King Tut, people believed he they mummified him and then he woke up, he looks around, he's in this tiny little room. Well, first he's in his little sarcophagus. He gets out of that. He breaks
Wait,
out
did
of
you
that.
say this to him?
Yes, I did.
No, I thought this was just what you thought.
No, this is what I said to him.
Okay.
And Muhammad looked at me like,
I remember you talking to him and being
Can I
like,
just finish my story?
yes, 100%.
So I was like, so they believed that the person, they were mummified and they left the heart in there, all this stuff we learned. They wake up and it's the afterlife. They've woken up in the afterlife and they look around and the Book of the Dead is an instruction manual on hey, you're dead. Here's what's going on. And Muhammad was like, mm-hmm.
Well, that is true.
And then we moved on. I know. So then the piece of it though,
Yeah.
What Muhammad didn't realize is I genuinely thought then that King Tut was alive on this world, in this realm.
Yeah. Your thing was getting
Post-death.
confused with basically MK thought that the afterlife was just coming back to life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then because, we had learned about like, there's this potential underground city and stuff under the Sphinx, whatever. So I was like, so the mummies are just kicking it down there.
Or that's at least what they believe.
Yeah. And I was like,
that's what they believe, that people are just existing. So yeah. So
that's why all their stuff is there and like all this shit. So it's late at night. I'm telling John, I'm recounting this to John. And I'm like, how crazy? And he's like, I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure the afterlife is another realm, like another dimension.
Right.
And I was like, nah, I'm pretty sure they just like woke up back on Earth.
Yeah. So you were asking him all of those questions and saying the word afterlife. And that's why he was like, yeah. 100%.
Yeah. He didn't know that I meant.
You left that day kind of imagining that King Tut wakes up inside of his sarcophagus.
Yeah.
But then how did you think about like he pushes it off of him? Because they're shelled in there.
Yeah, I guess I just was like, none of this is real. So I just kind of was like, what's the story these people believe?
So even knowing that none of it is real, you thought that these dumbass Egyptians were like...
I didn't say it.
We're thinking that these guys, or even was it like spiritually they were living actually just down there?
I think probably more so spiritually.
Right. So they're
like maybe not like the mummy, like they're cracking bones or down, like, but like spiritually,
like spiritually
they're
normal,
existing.
Their soul that would kind of be as their
there.
own body, but in soul form.
Versus like in Christianity, the afterlife, like you're in heaven, so you're like your body's in a box in the ground.
It's the same thing.
And I know that now,
no,
but for a moment I didn't know that.
You don't know. It's the same thing with a caveat.
With a caveat.
Right.
What do you mean?
Which is that all of the things that you get buried with.
Oh, yeah, come with you. Yeah.
Get kind of
materialized in heaven with you.
Spiritually transition with you into that. And I think that was another point of confusion for you because you were like, why are all I'm going to have to fucking.
I'm going to not talk while I sniffle so you can cut out my sniffles, okay?
No, but you not talking, I'm going to. Well, I guess so because, I shouldn't come up on my mic as much.
Yeah.
But as much. That was a loud one.
I'm sick. I'm sorry. I'm pregnant. No. I'm sick.
Try to even sniffle, like sneak him in when there's just no talking whatsoever. Exactly. Everyone will hear nothing and then just me laughing.
Yeah.
But I might leave that one in.
That's gross. Cut it out. You have to cut it out.
You're going to have to like find it.
You got to cut the sniffles.
Well, I guess I'm not but I'll have to edit sniffles. Well, we won't talk about that's boring podcast.
Yeah, very boring.
Banter.
Very boring.
So okay, that happened.
Yeah, I got a little confused.
Yeah.
And I honestly got a little excited about the thought of like spiritually all these mummies roaming beneath the earth, beneath the sand.
I think it's really funny. So then you also confirmed this with Muhammad the next day.
Yeah, and he was like, no, that's not right. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know if the questions you asked in the moment, like I think you were doing a lot of silent connecting
exactly.
in your
and the
head.
thing is, I'm using the term afterlife, which is the correct term.
Right.
But that term means heaven, which means other dimension, other realm, not physically under the fucking sand.
Right. We call it heaven. They call it the afterlife.
Look, it's the same freaking thing.
And I guess the word afterlife though is interesting. I wonder if there's like a cool concept there of like the idea of mummies. It does get rooted in this like ancient religiosity concept of living in another dimension after you die. And like the concept of being a mummy is like you are maybe either one idea is you could already have transcended to that other dimension but your body is still living in some way. So the mummy doesn't even have like all a mummy is a soulless human, right? Like the soul has passed on to the other realm. But the body is still living as a vessel for just nothingness. Nothing but the want to eat and kill and devour.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The mummy, the physical body.
The physical body in our realm of a mummy is like the soul has moved on.
Sure.
It has moved on to the afterlife.
Sure.
Right? In this way. And then maybe another twist on it you could do is like, Dave. No, I don't know. I kind of like that first idea, actually. I think I had something, but I got twisted.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyways.
That's kind of cool.
Sure.
You don't think that was cool?
I do, but I'm kind of like, isn't that what all the mummy movies are about?
Not in the slightest.
They're just like these vicious...
No. If anything, The Mummy is about the soul of the man coming back to that body. but they're
It's a bit
always
of a
one and the
Hellraiser
same.
vibe. He's like trying to, he got to get that guy's
emo-
eyeballs, and get his skin.
but immediately when he comes back to life, he has the brain and the memory of Imhotep.
right.
Right? He is Imhotep.
Yeah.
And then in other mummy movies like Lee Cronin's The Mummy, which I loved, I actually remember very little of it. I think she's an ancient witch, though. Like, she's from a long time ago and is back again now. Like, I'm talking about The Mummy is like emptiness or zombies in general.
Sure.
And I guess, is a mummy just a zombie?
Your definition of a mummy, yeah.
No. I'm asking you. Is a mummy a zombie?
No. But I think your definition, if it's a living, if it's an animated.
Why is a mummy not a zombie?
Because a mummy is just a mummified body.
But isn't a zombie like? But I'm talking a mummy like in the horror context, not like in reality. Like,
Oh, okay. So okay. So a mummy that's living and
that's a mummy from a
tearing
movie.
shit up. Yeah.
From a movie.
Yeah. It's a zombie.
Mummies are zombies.
Yeah.
I would say all mummies. Stay with me here, and I think we're actually on the verge of something huge. All mummies are zombies. Not all zombies are mummies.
Why? I know you just like wanted to say like a cutesy
No,
thing,
no.
but
I
tell me why not all
why.
zombies are mummies.
I'll tell you why. Not all zombies are mummies, because I think to be a mummy, you have to have had. You are a zombie, but it has to have this burial connotation to it. You're coming back kind of wrapped in papyrus. There was a ritual burial.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You're wrapped in cloth.
You're wrapped in cloth. Well, I think it's like whatever, cloth, linen of some kind.
So you're saying versus like a zombie that's just like bit and then like turns into a zombie on the street.
Is not a mummy.
Not a mummy.
So all mummies are zombies, but not all zombies are mummies.
Brilliant.
Right?
It's great, babe.
I will say for MK's level of pregnancy right now, that reaction you just saw right there, that was like as excited as she gets pretty much about anything right now. Unless it's, you babies. She likes cheeseburgers right now. Right?
I do.
That is not a sponsored ad either way.
It's not. You know, when John and I started dating, I was a vegan. And now I'm like pregnant with your children.
Now
and I'm just like,
only thing that makes you like really happy is when there's a cheeseburger about to be devoured.
Why are you crying?
Because I love you. And I do think you thought that was brilliant, but you just going, brilliant. It's like the most Nicole Richie thing you've ever done.
Loves that.
Loves that. Okay. So that's our trip. The second spooky thing we did on the trip. That was the first one. That's our pyramids recap. Okay. And if you have more issues, more questions, more concerns.
Issues. No, if you got issues.
More problems, anything that you have an issue with, issues like we were like cancelable issues, comment it. Like, subscribe, comment. Let us know.
Engage.
Because I'll tell you something. We always want to improve. We always want to get better because we're here for you, the fans.
It's true.
Okay, we're trying to walk in Joe Bob's footsteps, and those are big shoes to fill.
They are.
So I want to be a kind,
inclusive,
yet slightly conservative coded
liberal. Exactly.
Okay.
So La Musara.
La Musara.
This is an abandoned ghosty town.
Yep.
In the middle of nowhere in Spain.
About an hour and a half north of Tarragona.
On a mountain.
High up.
And it's so difficult to find that I took John to the wrong place twice. And the first time, we're going up and up and up this mountain. And by the way, we've rented a Fiat, right? Like a stick shift Fiat. So poor John is like cranking this little Fiat up this fucking steep, windy Spanish mountain. We get all the way to the top. It's like a 30-minute drive to the top of this mountain. And it's not the right place. So we're like trying to find it on a map, and it's like, and this is adding to the spookiness, I think. It's like we can't find
kind of
this
hard to find.
abandoned. It's because it's an abandoned town.
It's literally abandoned.
And really what it is you got to go to this like essentially a hostel, really a campground.
It's a campground with like a kitchen, like one building. It's so cool. It's so
I guess
European.
It's not a hostel. Yeah, it's a campground.
In Europe, they have this on the Appalachian Trail too, in North Carolina, Georgia. kind of Virginia area. But basically, it's just a hiking trail that takes days to do the whole loop that has at different points little stopping areas for campgrounds. And then some campgrounds have like a building, which we saw, which had a kitchen in it, making blood sausages, which are like the cuisine of the area. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Blood sausage was huge in that area.
Shit. Yeah.
Did you see those sausages?
Yeah, they looked crazy.
They looked nuts.
People were.
What do you think of blood sausage? Blood.
Blood sausage, I think, is just like intestines and liver and stuff.
Yeah.
Makes me think of like blood
though.
pudding.
It's like a deep coagulated red.
Makes me think of like blood pudding in Scotland and stuff.
Oof. So it's in the middle of nowhere. I just Googled randomly. We're driving in Spain and I Googled spookiest things to do in Spain. We had a few days we were trying to fill stuff and this place, La Musara, came up. So yeah, mountaintop.
And, story goes, there are heavy fog banks that come in unexpected and people disappear.
Yep. The town also basically just fell into like disrepair and economic kind of hardship in like the 50s and 60s, and just people just left it.
They just left it.
All the stone buildings are there. I mean, I thought it was going to be a little bit more of like a town.
For sure.
It is definitely looks
ruins.
It looks also like it was a town from looks like this town got founded in 950 and lasted until 1960. They had a good run.
Yeah.
And these buildings look like they last got renovated in like maybe 1740.
Yeah.
These are
the
collections
church especially.
of stone.
They've kept the church together.
The church looked fine.
But yeah, the other buildings, I mean, there's no roofs and stuff, and it's just
stones.
Yeah.
I mean, it's stones. It must have been like, and to get to these places, it was like little tiny pathways. I mean, it was a town of probably 50 people.
Yeah.
For its last 100 years of existence.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty nothing burger town, but very spooky.
Spooky vibes.
Fog banks do come through unexpectedly.
And also the apparently it'll be like you'll go out in the woods, you'll come back, and you'll be like, it's been days. And they're like, you were gone for 20 minutes.
Totally. Time apparently feels askew for people up there. And it's cool. If you're in Spain, you're driving around and you like spooky stuff. Halloween there apparently is like off the charts.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
They have like the craziest Halloween party ever up there apparently.
Yeah.
So that would probably be fucking dope.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe one day we do Halloween in La Musara, and then we do the Purgishnacht in Walpurgisnacht in whatever.
That's like in April.
Yeah. So we do October, then we go back in April.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to talk about like an extended trip.
No.
I think more so, if anything, is like we go to the Sitges Film Festival and then we pop over to La Musara for Halloween.
Oh, I love that idea.
I
love that idea.
Have we talked about that on the pod?
No, MK got into the Sitges Film Festival.
Super stoked.
Got into Brigadoon.
We're in the Brigadoon block. And I'm already too pregnant to be traveling.
Yeah.
So by the time October rolls around, I will be. But John will be going, representing as a producer and the composer of the music.
It's such crazy news. It's such a big deal. I feel slightly overshadowed by the recent rejection. But I don't know if we should say.
Who cares?
Yeah, because the thing that's interesting about this is at the beginning of it, like all I wanted was Sitges.
Totally.
But then when we got Sitges so early, I was like, oh, well then I want them all.
We're obviously
now.
getting into this one and that one and this one and that
so
one.
when we did it, I'm a little bummed, but I will say at the very beginning of this, like, and I said this on my post on Instagram, like, I only wanted to do this to get into Sitges.
Yeah.
And we got into Sitges.
Yeah.
So mission accomplished.
Yeah.
And I just want to be happy with that because I should be, and you should be, and we should be.
Yeah, I know. You just, I
want it all.
You want it all, and that's okay.
That's fine.
I'm okay not getting it all.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I
wasn't even going to bring up a recent rejection we got,
you know,
so then for you to bring it up, clearly it's on your mind.
It's on my mind, but it's not like as I just said, all I wanted was Sitges.
Yeah.
We got Sitges.
Every no is but a building block
to a bigger yes.
To the big yes.
I completely agree. And I'll tell you something,
and what an epic story to one day maybe premiere a feature film at said genre festival we got rejected from and be like, you know what? And my horror short got rejected from here years ago.
I think this is also very
let's bleep it.
Why? Okay,
because
fine.
We haven't said it. Yeah.
is very niche.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong about it, but like even being as much into horror as I've been now, I've heard some of these other festivals get talked about. I don't really hear that one get talked about that much. And I think it's niche, and I think it's like very like heavy nerd town opposed to like
Vibes.
yeah, it's a lot of like nerds meeting celebrity, like famous people that are in these things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's maybe not as much as like a big industry thing. Or is it?
It definitely is.
Don't say that.
I know. That's why I'm like, why are
Say
we?
it's not
We don't need
then.
to get into it.
I had to go to a spa in Spain. I had to because it was in the hotel, so I had to. And when I came back from the spa, MK asked me how it was.
Oh yeah, that's like ancient baths under our hotel.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
The salt bath was
I'm not
terrible.
allowed to go,
The steam room was
being
terrible.
a pregnant woman.
The hot tub inside of a steam room. What? That was the worst. Cold pool, medium pool, hot pool.
Yeah, why are we breaking
Lemon
this down
waters.
now? Why are you breaking this down now?
Everyone was a couple.
I'm just like so hot. I've gone through
Everyone
so
was
many
a-
heat waves this summer. I saw online, I don't know if this is true.
Everyone was a couple.
But if it's like if you're due this December, you've survived the most heat waves like ever in history.
It's also going to be so hot this week.
I'm hot
be
right
very
now.
hot
Let's
here.
move on. I'm hot.
Okay, so we did La Musara. I highly recommend looking into it. It's very cool. That was our trip. We're back.
We're back.
We're back. We're here. We're reviewing horror. I don't really have anything in particular to bring up. I mean, we saw Evil Dead Burn. We liked it. Mm-hmm. 3.5 out of 5? 3 out of 5.
Yeah. I would say 3 out of 5. Yeah. I mean, like, again, that one standout sequence for me. Like, there was some really
great
top-notch
sequences.
And
It's a beautiful cinematography.
some beautiful and some creative
odd
kills.
directing.
Some creative kills.
Some creative kills for sure.
I thought the car kill was very fascinating.
Story was a little left something to want, and some of the general just directing felt interesting.
My thing is this: it's the first of the franchise to tie all of them together.
Yeah.
So that's a big.
But I just don't care about that even.
That's a big feat.
Yeah.
I
When you say all of them, do you mean 4 of them?
don't know. I don't understand the question, I guess. I'm sorry.
Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead Army of Darkness, Evil Dead Army of Darkness,
And Evil Dead Rise.
Evil Dead Rise,
Yeah.
not the remake.
Well, the remake is just a remake.
So you're saying it's trying to tie together the 4 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Did not Evil Dead Rise tie them together?
Evil Dead Rise was like its own little story.
But
that
it's
like
dealing with the
definitely was.
Necronomicon.
It's in the universe. Yeah, but it's like in vinyl format, and it's in the
I think he
universe.
also has a book.
Point is,
Okay.
and what's super frustrating is we missed We missed the first 15 minutes
I know,
of
this
Evil
was
Dead Burn
crazy.
because
Our
the
theater skipped
freaking
previews.
projectionist just skipped previews.
Yeah.
7:05 play.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Every movie for the last 45 years has had 20 minutes of previews.
That's like, what are we talking about?
That's crazy. But I don't think that would have helped that much.
I do, because apparently it really opens with him doing the research on the grandfather and blah, 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 all this stuff. Anyways, my point is, the reading I've done about it, they're like, no, it is connecting the OG stories. It's connecting Evil Dead Rise. It's connecting the lake girl from Evil Dead Rise, like the beginning of Evil Dead Rise. Like there's a lot of, this is a connecting of the dots. Whereas Evil Dead Rise, I was able to see that when it came out and like get the story and get the vibe because it was more of like a standalone story within this greater franchise.
I think this is also Evil Dead Rise Burn was also standalone. I don't think you have to see Evil Dead 1 or 2. You have never even seen Evil
I don't
Dead
think
2.
you have to, but I think there's a lot you miss if you don't.
I think us missing the first 10 minutes, okay, this is my point on it, I guess. I think us missing the first 10 minutes, like 90% is the reason why the movie did not make sense, more so than maybe not having recently seen Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and Evil Dead Rise. Like, I think Evil Dead Rise touches on... I think what's interesting about Evil Dead is Evil Dead 2 doesn't really deal with Evil Dead 1, to my memory of it. And Army of Darkness doesn't really deal with Evil Dead 1 or 2. Besides there's this one thing I think that is all you need to tie Evil Dead together, which is just mentioning the Necronomicon. Like, I think just talking about that, like, just puts you there pretty much. That's it. And what's good about these movies is, like, the MacGuffin of what is haunting you can just be the same thing every movie. And it's such a cool...
Well, it's the Deadites, yeah.
Well, it's the Necronomicon. They read from the Necronomicon.
And it summons these Deadites.
Right, so the thing that is the MacGuffin, right, the magical piece is the Necronomicon. Mm-hmm. And I think you can reuse that for every movie simply because, and now I've said it 6 times, and I'll never get sick of saying it, is because the fucking name of this thing, the Necronomicon, is literally the most perfect and best horror MacGuffin name
it's
of
so scary.
Anything ever.
It's so scary.
Necronomicon. And I'll tell you the other thing, the words that he uses to summon.
Oh my God.
I love every one of those words.
Yeah.
Like Kavda,
Yeah.
Marashka, Fructe,
Yeah.
Rossissimo.
Yeah. Last one, maybe not.
Rossissimo.
The last one was it.
I just love, like, it's like, here's the Necronomicon. It has a ton of scary drawings.
Yeah.
Like, every time they also knock it out of the park with what this book looks like.
Definitely.
And it reminds me a lot of the Book of Monsters from Harry Potter. You know when he's like, Harry Potter book?
Yeah.
I love the binding on that book.
Yeah.
And the binding on the Necronomicon is just fantastic.
I agree.
I'd love to buy like an antique book just binding alone. Like, it doesn't matter what's inside of it. If you ever want to give me a gift, like a tome of some kind with like crazy binding. Like, even like binding that has like leather straps either to keep the book closed, or like a lock preferable, or just like even like deep indentations on the whole book. Oh, I love that.
Do you want just a copy of the Necronomicon?
Oh, like a fake copy of the Necronomicon?
No, because you're a real one.
Of course, actually, you gotta give me a real one. But I think there's only one copy of it.
I'll get it.
You'll get me the Necronomicon?
I'll get my hands
Oh my god,
on
that
it.
is such a good idea, I think.
Okay.
I think that the next Evil Dead movie should be... I think we should literally write this movie spec.
Well, Wrath is coming out next year, but yes, so the one after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should write this on spec, and we may have to cut this whole thing out.
Sure.
I think it's National Treasure meets Evil Dead. It's people trying to go steal the Necronomicon. And it starts out...
That's so funny.
It literally starts... We're in a heist, or like we're about to start a heist. Every character is we just know who they are because of heist movies.
Sure.
We have the technology guy, we have the lead guy, we have his love engine, everyone is just fucking so like you don't need to explain anything. It just starts with like basically they're starting a heist. 20 minutes of the movie is the heist.
Sure.
They get the book in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
At 30 minutes they've unlocked they've read it in their hideout in the woods or something.
Yeah.
And
what even is this book anyways?
Yeah. And then they get the rest of it is them getting fucking absolutely decimated.
Yeah, by the Deadites.
By the Deadites in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And maybe their haunted their getaway shack is the same cabin from Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
Do we cut it? Or you like we can leave it in?
I think we leave it in just in case like somebody wants to take it. But we have record of us having it. I can't cross my legs.
Okay, so we watched I Spit on Your Grave. I'm gonna do. What time is it?
9:08.
Okay, we're chilling actually.
We're doing great.
We watched also the Odyssey. I guess should we talk about that at all, or do we move past that?
I'd like to talk about Circe and how I freaking loved the practical effects that they did for turning the men into pigs. That was awesome.
All of the practical effects
I'd
in the
like to know
Odyssey.
who did that. Who do you think did that?
I don't even think the pigs were as impressive as the Cyclops scenes. When he's like picking up the men and eating them, and like apparently there's no practical effects in that.
There's no practical effects?
I'm sorry. Apparently that's all practical effects.
The Cyclops was all practical effects.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. That's insane.
That's what I'm trying to say.
That's absolutely bananas.
So the Circe thing,
yeah.
I'm like,
oh my God. It was a 60-foot mechanical puppet. Whoa.
The Cyclops.
Cyclops, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazier.
Combined with subtle CGI.
Subtle, though. Subtle, dude.
Some subtle. But it was a 60-foot puppet. That's really cool.
So that means like when the thing's trying to
really
step
cool.
on people, like that's a real
really cool.
foot.
That's really cool.
Nolan is just crazy.
That is really cool.
I mean, I think that's where you could be. I think you could be Christopher Nolan because I think they're doing horror and practical effects. You're just gonna run it.
Thanks, babe.
And I think did you text Dana today?
Yeah, she wants to see us tomorrow.
Are you fucking joking?
No.
I'm wigging.
Don't talk to me like that. Samantha Morton physically handled and manipulated detailed mechanical and rubber models on set. Cool. I guess that's the actor. Okay, sick. Okay, sick. Awesome. Love it.
Like that I truly was watching it and I was like, I don't understand. Whereas the seriously thing, I'm like, from what I know about stuff, like I notice how they have these different stages of pig transformation.
Yeah, and they were cutting
between them, and then like has her hand over his face and she's like moves her hand and it looks like she's revealed this pig man's face, and there was like a stretchy part of it that she was pulling, like she could get in the nose. Which felt
very like
pull it.
American Werewolf in London.
Didn't it feel Spirited Away to you?
Yeah. I know that particular scene haunts you from Spirited Away.
Well, that scene from Spirited Away is taken from this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah, like Spirited Away is influenced by the Odyssey.
Cool.
A lot of people, honestly, like a lot of I bought a copy of the Odyssey recently to read, like because of the movie.
You have so many copies?
No, and I bought it and I was like I really want to read this. Like, you know, Homer's like he's kind of like the first writer.
Yeah.
So it's like I just want to make sure like I want to read the actual text.
Okay. You're doing a bit?
Because I'm like, don't you think that's what so many bros are doing right now?
Oh, definitely. And but what's funny is you have 3 fucking copies of the Odyssey on this show.
Because I'm OG, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? You already you have 3 copies of it. Okay, John studied classics in college.
I'm OG, girl.
I don't think studying classics in college makes you in
You don't think it makes me an original gangster?
Doesn't make you an original gangster.
You don't think having a 2.3 GPA studying classics at the College of Charleston between 2006 and 2010 makes me OG?
There's a lot of details about yourself. You sure you want to keep all that in?
Yeah, what did I say? My disappointing GPA, my major, my college, the years I went to school.
Yeah, they're going to find us now.
My address in New York City.
Yeah, they're going to find us. Exactly. What's your social, dude?
Believe it.
Should
I sit back?
Sit back.
Relax.
Please. You need to sit back. All right, guys. I want to say one thing.
I'm OG, girl! We need to have the entertainment value of this podcast.
No, I think sometimes you push too hard and it's like
too
much. John.
Okay. What were you going to say?
I'm going to say something and then you're going to do, and I'm going to say something and I don't want you to make a joke or comment about what I'm about to say. And then you're going to go into your recap, okay?
Okay, but you have to say 2 things. One of them, what you're going to say, and then you have to say something else that's controversial.
No.
Okay.
Okay. We're talking about I Spit on Your Grave.
Yep.
Which is a rape revenge film. We are going to now talk a lot about sexual assault and rape. There is a lot of it in this movie. That's just Camp Trigger Warning was the shirt that Darcy was wearing.
Yep.
So just a heads up.
So Camp Trigger Warning here. Let's finish with Trigger Warning.
If you loved the banter so far, great. If you're not in the mood to hear about some other stuff, then just,
the next part of this podcast is going to feature, talk about jokes.
We're just going to, no, there's not going to be any jokes.
About all sorts of really dark stuff.
But we are going to talk about some dark stuff.
Let me tell you something. If you don't like me as a person and you want to cancel me, the next 30 minutes, listen closely, the next 30 minutes of the podcast, clip it out of context, stitch it together, and I guarantee you I'm post.
You're post?
I'm post.
I believe I said I'm going to say something. I don't want you to say anything. I just want you to go on your recap.
So the movie starts with Twin Towers. Shocking.
It wasn't. It's so funny to write that. It's not like it's a close-up of the Twin Towers.
The movie starts with the Twin Towers of New York City.
It doesn't.
She's driving through New York and you clearly see the Twin Towers.
You see them in the background. Yeah.
I was just thinking during that whole experience, I was like, they flew up. Well, we don't have to get into that whole thing. I'm going to get canceled for rape. I'm going to get canceled for 9/11.
Sit
we're
back.
gonna talk about Israel next.
Put the
or
mic
something.
back
All right, here we go.
and just chill.
Twin Towers. Woman drives out of New York City. She's going somewhere. Stops for gas. Has a strange interaction. Gets to her house. Immediately gets naked and gets in the lake. Unpacks clothes. Finds handgun. Man shows up with groceries. He's kind of the village idiot. A little bit slow. I actually call this guy the village idiot throughout the rest of this. I'm not sure how appropriate that is. I'm going to call him mentally handicapped.
We can just call him Matthew.
Because I had him written
name
here
is
as
Matthew.
VI.
Yeah.
For village idiot.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it as MH. So it's just, Matthew's going to be known as MH. If that makes sense for you as Matthew, that's fine.
Yeah.
But for me, it's going to be mentally handicapped. Then there's a bunch of men in the woods fishing in a pond. They're all talking about fucking chicks. Next day, the woman is reading. Men harass her with their boat. Inside, she goes, creepy things start to happen. She then goes canoeing, falls asleep on the canoe. The men come and harass her on their motorboat again. They take her tow line and they start to tow her around the lake. They bring her to shore. They start to assault her. She runs away. They chase her through woods. A gang rape ensues. They did it for the mentally handicapped guy, they say. She starts to leave. Friends egg on mentally handicapped guy to rape the woman. The woman walks alone through the swamp and forest. Comes across men again. Here's their harmonica. Gets raped again by suspenders guy. Men leave on the motorboat, dumping her bathing suit and canoe in the lake. The woman finds her way home. Men ambush her in her house, start to rape her again. Mentally handicapped guy rapes her but can't finish. He keeps talking about coming. They make fun of her writing, which was brutal. That might be the most brutal part of the whole thing. Last guy makes her suck his dick and then also fucks her with a whiskey bottle. Then they leave. They want mentally handicapped guy to kill her. He doesn't want to. He goes in to do it. Chickens out. Puts her blood on his knife. Woman showers and unpacks trauma. Cries a lot. Understandably, I wrote. Men hang out in restaurant eating ice cream. Main bad guy wants mentally handicapped guy to go back and scope things out. Men discover she's still alive. She gets gun, goes to church, asks for forgiveness for what she will do. Johnny, who's the main bad guy, has kids, we learn. Woman calls for mentally handicapped guy to deliver groceries. He comes in and she's dressed in all white, runs into woods. She seduces him, kills him by hanging. Comes to the gas station, gets Johnny, Gesundheit, MK, brings him to the woods, forces him to strip at gunpoint, takes him to her house, which was so crazy, this sequence, for a hot bath, cuts off his dick. He bleeds to death. Other two guys go looking for him. Fight scene on boat ensues. She hijacks their boat and kills both guys, basically, in the water. And then the movie just kind of ends on her driving the boat.
The credits just start rolling.
I also will say the part that I thought was crazy was like the fact that she holds him at gunpoint and then brings him back to the bathroom. And he's just completely like at ease.
Literally.
Like,
I mean, he's
no
got the
way.
whole monologue. She's got him at gunpoint, and then he has a whole monologue about essentially you were asking for it. And she goes, essentially, she's like, oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Puts the gun down. And then she's like, you want to take a bath? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. Like, wouldn't he be like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm going to get out of here. Like,
no, because men are stupid.
I'm going to go fuck my wife. No. My chunky wife. I thought she was looking good.
Yeah, she was a thick queen for sure.
She was thick. And the other girl was so skinny. I mean, obviously I'm not.
Okay, John. Stop.
What?
It
is a movie.
I know, but what are you getting into?
Fine. Can I just say this?
No, I'd like to say the first points about the movie. As the woman in the room, I'd like to speak first.
As the woman the woman in the room.
Uh-huh.
Even though you are 1/3 man.
Yeah, but that's my thing is I'm like such a woman and such a powerful woman that I have grown balls at this point. So, man up. You know what I mean?
So you're saying I don't have balls?
Well, I'm saying I got balls too.
Damn, she's got some thick cojones.
I'm just saying.
Do you think if I won't say that.
Stop. So.
God, this is getting hard. Do this podcast.
Okay.
Next episode will be easier.
I hope. Tokyo Gore Police doesn't. I don't know.
That'll be easier.
Here's the thing. This movie, I thought it was we were seeing the remake. Like I thought I didn't know about the original. I only knew about the remake, and I knew there's like 3 of them with the remake.
Made by his daughter.
What?
Tammy Zakari made the remake.
No, she didn't. A man wrote and directed the 2010 remake.
Well, I thought the actress was saying that one of the kids did the remake.
Can you fact check that?
Well, I don't have a cell phone.
You can fact check that while I talk, because I know that a man wrote and directed the remake.
Okay.
So, anyways, my thing is this: I've heard about this movie. It's a great title. The original title was, The Day of the Woman, which I think I Spit on Your Grave is such a better title. Iconic poster. Love a woman getting revenge on these like sickos. It is very, very violent for a long time, and it's hard to watch. But all of that said, I do hope you're still listening to me while you're fact checking.
Yeah.
All of that said, though, like, I do think, because it's a very controversial movie because of the amount of violence in it and the prolonged violence in it. But some people are like, it's the worst movie ever made. That's not true. This is a very well-made movie. There was some interesting color theory in it, some interesting performances. I thought the guy that played Johnny was really great. I thought she was good. Camille Keaton was great.
The guy who plays Johnny goes on to teach for 30 years. He's like
at the Village Playhouse,
the best teacher that they have.
Yeah, acting teacher. And so, good performances, some interesting cinematography. The kills were effective, I thought. Maybe the color of the blood's a little outdated. Sure, it's an old movie, whatever.
It's made in 1978.
But I do think overall, like, the fact that it is a movie, it was all fake, what we saw. I mean, we saw Camille Keaton on this episode of Joe Bob, the woman starring in this movie, just smiling, being like, I had a great time. Everybody was so nice on set. It was so great. She had a very positive, she's not traumatized from this movie.
And that's my point about that. Like, she's such an incredible, beautiful person, actress. She should be lauded for her beauty and her ability as a screen performer, even though this movie is so violent in its...
Yes.
There's certain scenes where she is in where I'm like, this is the most... Like, where she's... Towards the end, if she has her hair in some crazy thing, I'm like, this is the most beautiful actress...
Definitely.
...to ever be on the screen.
And you see why I'm totally like, get that she was like a giallo movie go-to for a while.
Like an Italian Roman model.
She seriously looks like a model. She's stunning. And she was a model. But I'm like, the fact that it is so viscerally upsetting just proves that it is a well-made movie. You know what I mean? Like, if the editing was bad, then it would be one of the worst movies ever made. Yes, it is like really hard and uncomfortable to watch, but also and
art is uncomfortable though.
Yeah, and art is supposed to how does it go? It's supposed to comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable, right? Have you heard this about art?
Sure.
And I'm really not I was a little disturbed, but I don't know if it's because I'm like comfortable. But it was there was some shots that I was like, after the second time that they rape her and she's left on the rock, like that was a really that was a painting. That was a tragic painting. It's just like the wide of her left for dead, face down on the rock, like gorgeous and fucking haunting and really terrible. So I'm glad we saw this movie.
Totally.
I don't think this movie is one of the worst movies ever made. I think it's a very well made movie. Personally, a little too much of the showing for me personally.
Well, but just enough for this movie. Like, I don't think people who are going to watch this movie, watch this movie and become inspired to assault people. I actually think
so
this, I think that is the fear though with women.
Yeah.
I think this movie, and with how long it is like, what could this be for? This is just for people to enjoy this at this point. I think a man who's going to assault someone who sees this movie would have done that either way. And I actually think that there are men out there who saw this movie who now know what it really looks like to assault somebody. It's not pretty. Mm-mm. She's fighting back.
Yeah.
With everything that she has.
Yeah.
There's going to be blood.
Yeah.
If you're going to get dirt, you're going to get bruised, It's a violent.
You're gonna get killed, motherfucker.
But realistic, because that part's maybe not the realistic part. But just because, or that's not the important part, really. If you just take out those 30 minutes of rape in the middle, that is uncomfortable to see for anybody. Women and vast majority of men. I'm to my point of, I think that if there are men out there who maybe would have gotten into some situation where they were drinking too much and they didn't have the right upbringing and they were the types of guys who are spoiled and they don't know how to deal with their sexuality and their sexual desires, and they do act out and they get violent in some moment and they assault a woman. I am sure a huge percent of sexual assaults happen via men who do it maybe once or twice but aren't consistent offenders. There's plenty of women who've experienced terrible things from men who are they're close to, like their husbands, because people don't know what it looks like until you do it. You don't know how violent it is until you're halfway through the act of doing it. You watch a movie like this, I mean, damn, dude, if you don't know assaulting somebody is fucking violent, and it is wrong, and it is like an extremely, extremely traumatic experience for everyone involved. You better be like that mentally handicapped guy if you're going to do this, or one of these sick fucks. Like these guys these are people who are so lost to general humanity. Yeah,
they don't seem too traumatized by it. I will say that.
But they live on the edge. They don't even wear shirts.
Yeah.
The only person who seems like he's grounded is Johnny, who has a wife and kids. And they address that. Like, that's what makes it even more fucked up that he's doing. He's cheating on his wife.
Something that I thought was an interesting point that Joe Bob made was about, like, because Johnny does it first in that first thing, and it's like there's like an awkward silence afterwards, and it's kind of weird. And and Joe Bob commented, he was like, it's an interesting, and this is to your point that you were just making, like, maybe this wasn't as fun as we thought it was going to be. Like, they go into it being like doing all these, like, tribal calls, Native American calls, and they're like a wolf pack, and they're like howling, and they're like all ready and like macho men. This happens. Johnny rapes this woman, and then they're kind of like, and she's just sitting there quietly crying. And it's like weird. And then Johnny has to like break the ice and be like, no, this is fun, guys. It's cool. Like, this is chill.
Totally. It's like, because when he came, it's like they all came too.
Yeah.
All that energy is like
it's kind of, like, and like the post-nut clarity of like, what the fuck did we just do, actually? Totally. Yikes.
And it's kind of allowing people
and they do it again and again.
It's allowing men to see that post-nut clarity of like, be careful what you get so vicious about and so needy for, because like it could lead you to one of these depraved states where you're raping these people, and like if they're not feeling anything in that moment, if they aren't, which I think we're all kind of assuming they maybe even are with that, they're all kind of being quiet.
Yeah.
We as the audience are feeling it heavy.
Definitely.
And if you have any sense of morality, which most people do, I think you watch this movie and you have a stronger conviction that rape is wrong.
Yeah.
I do not think that you watch this movie and you go, oh, rape is anything to joke about.
Yeah.
And I think that if the critics who didn't like the movie, rightfully so.
Yeah.
But I think to say that this isn't a good movie is a little crazy. To say, I have a very hard time watching rape.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch that. I mean, like there's a movie called Irreversible that has a very famous rape scene. It is a very famous movie. It's like one of the most famous movies. It's all done in reverse. And it's like genius the way this movie is like put together and how the story plays out in backwards form. But the middle scene, the middle part of this movie, the whole movie's kind of hinged on this like very brutal, like 5-10 minute rape scene. And it is probably worse to watch than what we saw.
Really?
Just because it's a little more realistic. It's filmed in like maybe the late 90s, early 2000s.
Sure.
So it just looks better, for one.
Sure.
And then two, it's just more, I was a lot younger seeing it. Maybe it's not as bad, but it's as I remember, but like it's very realistic.
This just goes on for so long.
Their fucking is fake. It's like my memory of it, like you see him like, it's like, you don't see it, but like he's just mounting her in a way that feels so much more realistic.
Sure.
This movie feels fake in some of the scenes like that, which is, it's good. Thank God.
Yeah.
It's so real and everything else.
Yeah.
The last thing I need is for that to be played out realistically.
No, I hear you. It's like, there's definitely a place for this, like in art for sure. I think also, I'm curious, any connection to his kids working on the remake?
It seems like they executive produced and stuff.
Both of his kids did?
Or it seems like their family is involved. And I didn't want to look too much more deeply because there was no Wikipedia for the kid.
Got it.
And stuff. What was on the Wikipedia was about the documentary getting made. But
there's a documentary.
the woman did say it last night on the show. We could listen and maybe I misheard it. But the other kid was involved in some way in the remake. But this guy, the guy, Miran Zakir, whatever his name is, definitely executive produced the remakes.
Sure. I mean, it's based on his story. So,
yes.
Yeah.
And I believe he wrote this. Yeah, exactly.
I think though it's an interesting thing too. Like this movie, you know, a lot of critiques too that just in my general quick viewings, even like on Letterboxd or whatever, you know, people are just like a rape movie written and directed by a man, like boo, 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 boo. My thing is this, as a woman in the room, you know, currently growing a man, but still.
And a girl.
And a girl. And a woman. And another woman. But as a woman, as a creative, as a film director.
I also don't think people knew that it was a boy and a girl.
Well, gender reveal on I Spit on Your Grave episode. Crazy. You know, like, I'm just thinking about in time, like how many female directors in the 70s and 80s were able to like get stuff up off the ground. Like, I don't think a woman would have been able to get this movie made.
No.
It had to be a man.
100%.
You know? And so I'm just kind of like let's, you know, if we just then take it, like, I don't know. I'm not totally bothered by the fact that it was a male director. That being said, like, I think that's why Emerald Fennell's movie Promising Young Woman was like so big and so big for me personally, is because it was like, whoa, this is a story about rape. This is a story. It's a revenge story. It's a rape revenge movie, but it's like pop music, Charlie XCX music, and candy colors, and every fingernail is painted a different color, and it's like so like cutesy.
Yeah.
That it's like
all revenge, no rape.
Girlified. No, there is still like, well, they don't show the rape, but they talk about the rape.
That then makes
okay, hold on. I don't think you have to show it.
Well, if you're doing that story, I think you do, because that then justifies the brutal murder. Like, you want people to see someone who's going on a killing spree to be absolutely justified in it in every way. And like, what makes this movie so insane is that like the rape is so intense, and she gets this recovery period in the shower, right? And then she gets her clothes back on, and then she's kind of showing herself around town, and then she cuts his dick off and then hangs this guy. And almost when she has sex with the mentally handicapped guy again, just to kill him, I'm like, damn, she is just taking full ownership of this entire experience.
Yeah.
And it's such a complicated character that I see the complications from her. Just being told, hey, this is a complicated character and she's going to go on revenge, it just isn't as compelling.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't that, weren't you saying it's not as compelling?
No, that's not what I was saying.
You're saying it's girlified, though.
I was saying, no, that's not what I was saying.
You were saying it was girlified. That's right where you ended.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think that's to me, not a negative thing.
I'm understanding that.
I don't think that means it's less compelling if something is girlified. I think it meant that it was able to get produced and made, and she got nominated for Oscars for it. I think if a woman had tried to direct an I Spit on Your Grave, it wouldn't have it wouldn't have happened.
Now or back then?
Back then.
Right. No, for sure back then.
I think now,
what
maybe.
About now?
Apparently, Coralie Fargeau's first movie is a rape revenge movie.
Because you're saying
which I haven't seen it.
This woman, like the young promising woman.
Promising Young Woman.
That Promising Young Woman, that movie gets made now.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to say like, oh, girlifying it makes it not good, but you were kind of giving it that. You're like, it has Charlie XCX and it's like girlified. Like,
it's just like
you kind of said it with an air of, okay, totally. I misunderstood.
Yeah, like
I just want to translate to our audience.
I'll just say
I don't
this.
think girlified means it's bad or
love it.
something.
And I'm
like
married to you, and I know you don't mean that. Totally. John's an ally. We stand by this. You can clip that. You guys can clip that, okay? Clip it. John's an ally. totally see how that's where you thought that is where I was going with that.
You were getting an air of flippancy.
Totally. I think I more so meant like it's not traumatizing to watch that movie.
Right.
Promising Young Woman it didn't trigger me, you know?
Movies should traumatize people. What do you think about that as a concept?
I don't think all movies should traumatize
No,
people.
of course not all movies, but like movies.
I think there's a place,
There's a place for
the horror genre.
Yes.
For movies. Yes.
To
Promising
traumatize
Young
you.
Woman wasn't a horror movie.
Exactly.
So it wasn't that.
That makes me think a lot about what a horror movie is, and I realize sometimes with the Western, I'm like, is this a horror movie? And then watching them talk about this movie, and I'm like, 100% it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's brutal, gross attacks happening.
Yeah.
That's horror.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that that's like an incredible place to explore in horror.
Yeah.
Is this I Spit on Your Grave part of it?
Yeah.
Like,
I think, because I started with like, my first movie that I wrote was like drama, practically verbatim fight I had with like a toxic ex. And then we like changed it a bit. And then I like got really into rom-coms and I was like, I'm going to make romantic comedies, you know? And then this switch into me writing in the horror space really like, I just find it to be the most freeing genre to exist in, to explore in, to try to find my voice. I'm like getting emotional.
you're literally crying.
I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant, y'all.
I keep looking to camera every time you kind of, I think.
But I really mean that as far, like, you know, because some people are, it's often a talking point and people are confused about why I'm like doing horror movies and like why I like horror movies.
Yeah.
As like this bubbly woman.
Horror's everything. It's
It
drama,
really is
it's
all
thriller,
encompassing.
It's comedy.
It's all encompassing. I'm like a little under the weather and now I'm crying, so I'm extra stiffly. But I just like, I guess I'll just say this. I think I have a rape revenge story in me to tell.
Totally.
One day in life. I don't think I'm ready yet. But
I was about to make such a crazy joke.
Don't. This is a vulnerable moment right here.
I know. It would have been so...
But I'm like seeing a movie like this like excites me.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It, like,
and also because I know you were
challenges
really
me.
not looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
And I think it was, I mean, I wasn't looking forward because I was like, oh, it was 1978. These old Joe Bob movies. They're like the ones that he can get the rights to that are from the 70s and 80s are like,
Totally.
ay.
Yeah. No, this one's like.
This was a great movie. I mean, not great. Like, would I watch it again? No, probably not. Maybe though. Maybe I would play it for someone just to be like, look at this insanity.
Yeah.
You know, but somebody like a deep horror fanatic.
Yeah. But like, I'd be interested in making my version of I Spit on Your Grave, which I do think would exist more in the world of Emerald Fennell's Promising Young Woman, which kind of is like what Chipper is, the first feature screenplay I wrote, you know? And it's like there's a...
I think put it in Chipper, do it all in Chipper, and have the lead woman from Chipper not only is doing the whole thing, that's the point of the movie, but she also has experienced, she's in college and she was raped her freshman year.
Yeah, I think that's like...
That's the subtext trauma also on top of the main.
Totally. Because right now Chipper is very comedic. I think there's a world for it to... I think there's a world.
Or something else. I mean, honestly, like, look, I think that there's room to do something like I Spit on Your Grave that makes the point that is like, it is so brutal. It's supposed to convince any guy who maybe thinks that it would be into that kind of thing. Like maybe he's like, oh, I love it when women are submissive.
Yeah.
I want total submission.
Which is what the guy says in the movie.
And I like to tie them up. And maybe in his deep back of his mind, maybe he does think it's a little kinky to be down the path of these fuckos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Showing them what it looks like.
Yeah.
You really want to do that?
Yeah.
This isn't some fake porno where they're faking it.
Yeah.
This is what it really fucking looks like.
Yeah.
She's going to fight for her fucking life.
Yeah.
You know, take a look-see at it.
Yeah.
Not so fun.
Yeah.
So maybe rethink your fucking sick, fucked up little kink.
You hand me my phone.
Sorry, I'm getting worked up now.
I think we should move on to
we honestly
to trades.
Might need to do trades. Can you give me your biggest trade?
How much? You don't have time for trades?
Yeah, I kind of I need like 10, 15 minutes to just transition between these two experiences.
Okay, well, I'll just say this.
I can't finish at 10.
I'll say this. Clown in the Cornfield 2 is happening.
That's the best one. Do you have a list of the other ones you were going to say?
Yeah.
So
There's a new Leprechaun movie.
We could have waited for the next. But the Clown in the Cornfield 2, same guy? Oh, I hope so. I'd be so excited for him.
Eli Craig, I don't know. I just have Clown in the Cornfield 2. I follow Eli Craig
and he has
on Instagram, and he posted about it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good
But
sign.
I don't know if it's...
Maybe he's producing.
He's doing other stuff. I think he's definitely producing it. I don't know if he's doing that, though.
Well, that's great for him, though, if he starts this great franchise.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I've seen that movie like 5 times. I'm sure that's what they're seeing on the streaming is like, people watch this movie like 6, 7 times in a row. Like, what is going on?
And it's us.
I'm going to watch it again this Halloween. 100%.
Yeah, I love Clown in the Cornfield, too.
Clown in the Cornfield. Me some Cornfield.
Yeah. Okay, you don't want any more trades?
Well, what time is it?
It's 9:40.
Yeah, are these all?
That's fine.
Are any of them nice? Yes. Are any of them time sensitive traits?
Or
they'll just be a little less relevant next week than they are this week.
Sure.
Is that really what it is?
Easy.
You sound so down about it.
Because I need us to ease out of this intense conversation with some trades, but it's fine.
You want some trades?
It's fine.
What are you gonna do for the rest of the day? You're gonna be alone today.
I know. I'm doing rewrites on one of my scripts that got optioned. Hello.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
Are you gonna work here?
Yeah. So I'm doing that, and that's pretty much it.
Why are you kind of wiggling?
Because I got the Jimmy legs. I'm wiggling. And that's it.
Do you think by doing that the babies are kind of like getting a little?
Maybe. They've been kicking this entire episode. They've been going bananas this whole
They love
episode.
the podcast.
They love the pod. I think they just I'm sitting still and I'm talking, so they're hearing my voice and they're hearing your voice. And
I'm getting animated.
They love your voice.
They love it.
So they're like tweaking. So yeah, this is kind of
they're
rocking
like,
a little
Dad's
bit.
on one. Are you hearing it?
Yeah.
He is fucking
Do you know what,
riffing.
like Dad's going crazy
I think
right
I
now.
made
Thank God they don't
the
know
whole
what we're
point
saying.
about mummies. All mummies are zombies, but not all zombies are mummies.
Sure.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
How come people aren't talking about this before?
I don't know.
Even coming up to the conclusion that mummies are zombies.
I'm just gonna say this one thing and then we can go. First of all, why is there no like puff on your thing?
I don't know where the puff went.
Crazy. That reminds me, have you seen the trailer for that movie Wicker Man?
What do you mean that movie Wicker Man? They're doing another Wicker Man?
Or is it just called Wicker? A girl's like fucking like she like made a man out of wicker and she's like fucking him.
That's sick.
It's like the new horny movie that's coming out.
I love the movie Wicker Man with Nicolas Cage, the remake of the 1970s or whatever, Wicker Man. I think it's amazing.
Is that a movie about somebody being made of wicker and he like fucks girls?
No, he goes to an island looking for a missing girl and like everyone is just weird as shit. And it's like they all live on this like island where they're all very like natural and like kind of like it's like a hippie commune on this island.
Okay.
And it's actually realizing Midsommar is like literally just fucking Wicker Man, I'm realizing. Because at the end of the movie, spoiler for Wicker Man, at the end of the movie, basically Nicolas Cage finds himself drugged and inside of a wooden cage. And he's basically at the head of a giant wicker man. Like a giant one. He's like
Burning Man.
Like a 50-foot, 100-foot wicker man. And he's burned alive inside of the Wicker Man.
That's very Midsommar.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, this is like a new like romance movie where like this woman like has this new lover and he's just like made of wood. And the internet's going crazy about the previews. They think it's so funny.
Well, listen, if all men could be made of wood, huh?
Hey. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's like into it. All right, I love you.
On that note,
you don't need to clap out. No,
We're done.
you don't need to clap out.